If you are a business owner looking to attract high-end clients for your business, and one of the things that you need to focus on and absolutely fix is your positioning in the marketplace. You need to have what I call premium posture in the marketplace if you are to attract and not rather chase clients all over the place. That is what we're going to talk about in this video today. So stick around and let's dive in. So we're going to discuss by answering three questions. The first is, what does it mean, this idea of premium posture? And then the second is, why is it so important? Or what's the psychology behind it? And then finally, we'll look at some simple ways by which you can apply and get your premium posture sorted out in your business today. So let's start. What does it mean? A premium posture is simply two things. One, achieving an expert position in the marketplace so that people see and know that you are the expert when it comes to certain problems. Then the second is that you have this aura or energy around you that says with or without a certain project or client or transaction, you're going to be fine. And that's because you're on a journey. You're heading towards a particular destination, and with or without someone, you'll be fine. All right. So the second one is, why is it so important? And what's the psychology behind it? Well, it's important because if you're in business, then you're looking to thrive. You want to grow the business. You want to make sure you have a lot of clients and projects come your way. Because of that fact, you need to have human psychology work for you and not against you because you are working with humans. So what does it mean? People value what they cannot easily get. People value more what they cannot easily get. So what it means is that if I think that you need me more, then I'm going to start believing that I need you less. And that's how it works in human nature. So because of that, we need to make sure that we are becoming that valuable person so that our clients will be seeking out for us because they want to have us solve their problems for them. And because we are not easily accessible, because we are in demand in the marketplace, because everyone is seeking for what we have to offer, then they value and they respect what we have. Now, let's explore some signals that confirm that you're achieving this premium posture idea in the marketplace. So we look at 4 signals. The first is client attraction. Client attraction. And what this simply means is you start to have inquiries come your way. You start to have clients pursuing you for projects rather than the other way around. So when you have that premium posture, you have a lot of projects come to you. You attract rather than chase. And the second one is respect and value for your expertise. Respect and value for your expertise. So what it simply means is that once you have that posture, everyone respects what you have to offer and they value your expertise. So you will not have clients who want you to justify why you are the best candidates for a certain project because you now have a certain reputation in the marketplace. So they respect and they value what you have to offer. So that's the second one. Now we look at the third signal, which is that sales become conversations. Sales become conversations. So what does this mean? When you don't have your premium posture sorted out, you realize that you're doing a lot more convincing than conversations. When you're convincing, then you're trying to get people to buy from you because of your reasons and not theirs. So remember, people already want to buy stuff. They want to resolve problems that they have. They want to take away certain obstacles and that stop them from achieving their goals or their dreams. So they want to buy because of their own reasons, right? So sales is simply aligning with those reasons by having conversations. And when you don't have your premium posture right, you'll be doing a lot more convincing. You'll be doing a lot more convincing. All right. So the fourth signal is that you become the trusted advisor. You become the trusted advisor rather than a desperate salesman. So what does this mean? You know, when we are sick or ill and we visit the doctor in the hospital, look at the process. You'd realize the doctor does not go straight into prescribing drugs for your illness. Rather, there's always a steady process where the doctor starts with the problem that you have. So there's going to be a lot of questions and examination and diagnosis, trying to pinpoint exactly what is wrong with you and what could be the root cause. And based on that, the doctor is able to then prescribe. So again, it's simply conversations that go on. And in that process, there's no time where you think, hey, the doctor is trying to sell me something. You just believe that the doctor is out to help you and get you from that sick state to a healthy state. And business needs to become like that. Sales also needs to become like that. There's no point that you should think or your client should feel this guy is trying to sell me something. And that can become very easy when you have your premium posture sorted out. You now become someone who is trusted to advise to get them to the destination they want to get to, rather than a desperate salesman who is trying to push something to them or just sell their products and services to them. So those are the four signals that confirm that you have your premium posture right. And this is very important for business. So just to recap, the first one is client attraction. You have clients come to you rather than you chase them. And the second is respect and value for your expertise. And then the third is sales become just conversations and not convincing. And finally, you become a trusted advisor rather than a desperate salesman. Now, we've talked about what premium posture is, and we've looked at why it's so important, the psychology behind it. We've also looked at some four signals that confirm that you are achieving that position in the marketplace. So finally, let's talk about some simple ways by which you can achieve this premium posture for your business, for yourself, and for your business. So we can use the value framework to achieve this. Now, the value framework is a framework that I designed to help entrepreneurs, business owners, top executives to increase their perceived value and thereby attract the kind of clients that they are looking for. So value is an acronym. V, A, we have L, we have U, and then we have E. So V-A-L-U and E. So V stands for visual identity. Visual identity. And here what we are saying is that you need to polish your visuals. Now, 70% of what the brain retains is usually visual. And this is according to research. So what it means is that how your visuals look are already communicating certain signals in the marketplace. So they need to communicate positive signals rather than negative ones. They need to communicate that you know what you're about, you're serious, you're in for the long haul, and you're premium. So once you have your visual sorted out, right from your website to your logos, to your icons, your typography, your social media pages, your proposals, your slide decks, across board, all your visuals need to come across as premium and they need to be consistent as well. So pay attention to your visuals. That's the first one. And then we move to A, which stands for authority positioning. Authority positioning. Now, authority comes from the root word author, right? And author, when we say an author of a book or a magazine, is simply the one who produced that piece of information or insight. So authority is simply that person who has that power is well positioned to give or produce that insight. So we want to become an authority in our space if we are to have this premium posture. And how we can do that is to produce valuable information in the marketplace. So we need to contribute to the thoughts in the marketplace, especially within our industry. So how we can do this is using the PPP method, which stands for prepare your knowledge, then you package your knowledge, and then finally you publish your knowledge. So you need to be able to distill some of the insights that you use to produce the results that you produce for clients so that you can give out that for free. And as you keep publishing your insights, the market begins to value what you're giving out. And then invariably, you are positioned as an authority. All right, so let's move to the next one, L, which is leverage social proof. Leverage social proof. Now, what does this mean? You need to show your results in the marketplace. You need to show proof of your results in the marketplace. People are social beings, so make sure that you're taking advantage of showing your proof. So you can use things like case studies, testimonials. You can use feedback reviews, ratings, and show exactly the outcomes you've been able to produce for your clients. Now, remember, once you do that, you are also associating yourself with some good brands, the brands that you've been able to work and produce good results for. So remember, people trust other people more than they'll trust what you are saying. So if you've been able to produce the results for that other person, and everyone will believe that you can produce it for them as well. So leverage social proof. Then we come to U, which stands for unique outcome clarity. Unique outcome clarity. Now, what this simply means is that you need to become super clear about the outcome, the special outcome that you produce in the marketplace. So many people are not able to articulate what they do clearly. For which reason, every time they talk about what they do, it's confusing. But to have that premium posture in the marketplace, you need to become very clear about the destination that you take people to. So what is that destination? And to do this very easily, you need to think about the problem that you solve And once you're able to solve that problem, the opposite of that is exactly the result you're able to produce for people. So become super clear about the special outcomes that you produce for people in the marketplace. Then finally, we come to exclusivity. Exclusivity and scarcity. So here, what we are saying is you need to be able to produce a certain environment for your clients. Your clients need to feel like whatever offer you are giving to them is exclusive to them, or they are lucky to be part of that experience. So in order to be able to do that, you need to use things like applications. You need to be able to use things like assessments, use things like deadlines. You can also use things like stating your official capacity. Now, what all of that is doing is to say that you are the expert, so you are in demand, you are scarce, and the people that you choose to work with, that offer or package is exclusive to them. Now, when you're able to do this, you are influencing demand and supply. So it means that you're more in demand and you have just little supply to give. And when you're able to achieve this well, you're driving price up. You're driving your value up the chain. And that helps you to have this premium posture. So the value framework is super powerful to help you to achieve a premium posture in the marketplace. So remember, V for visual identity, then A for authority positioning, L for leverage social proof, U for unique outcome clarity, and finally E for exclusivity and scarcity. To wrap up, if you really want to attract the kind of clients that you want for your business, then remember to work on your premium posture. Use the value framework that we've talked about, and you realize as you give more intention and attention to that, you naturally become super busy. You become that person who is on a journey, and you start to emit that aura. And you realize that you rather start to attract more projects, more clients, more transactions your way. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.